I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort.
Nah. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killing your dad?
Whoops. I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished.
I've been a naughty, naughty boy.
Murder is murder. Just the Mr. Incredible meme. No matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy. Just crazy.
Hmm? Nick? What are you doing?
I was gonna make the same joke. We are so on point today.
Let's go! We've been sharing a brain cell this entire session.
We really have been. We are two halves of the same idiot. Huh? Oh.
Especially with that response, just...
I was just stretching my calves on the windowsill. Isometric exercise. Can you join me?
Why is there smoke coming out of your oven, Nick?
I was...
I broke him, audience.
Yeah, you did. I kind of broke myself on that one, and you helped. Oh. Alright. I was just reading through the court record once more.
It doesn't help that it started with "I was just."
That's why I went along with that, man. That's what I do. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case... for what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
With this image that shows him shooting his father.
Nah. Oh, what are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. Oh, why do you keep on panning to people who aren't talking?
We both thought the same thing. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that inhale was audible, and then I was like, "Wait, that's not Edward talking."
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. Your fucking nightmare.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. When's the bullet gonna come into play? Because that was kind of a that was kind of a big deal the last day.
Yeah.
In any case, tighten your belts and rest your sphincters. The real fight is just beginning.
These pants are real tight already, right?
I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Trust me, bro.
Just gotta believe me. Right. What's over there?
Alright, here we go.
This is how we finally close out DL6. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Part 2.
Electric Boogaloo. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. At least you admit that it's unconventional for you.
He's doing it honorably, honestly. I gotta commend him. Can't do anything but respect him.
That's right.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
That's literally why I'm here. No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? You sly fox.
Yes, he did.
Yes, quite.
Very well. Indubitably. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Yes, I will. I think it might be bolted to the floor.
Right, help me!
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. Of this case. Cuts back to the prosecution stand and he's there.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
Objection. It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. Please tell me. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
Please. Please.
Thanks for telling me what it is. Hopefully, his testimony will, jog my memory of what happened and what he said.
That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. A terrible scream.
God.
I remember it to this day. That's all.
I'm sorry, I read the judge's line again. before it even fully popped up on screen.
So it's one of those things that is there's a part missing there, I guess.
Is it the scream? Who was doing the screaming? Was it that? I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Excuse me, here we go.
Press everything.
Oh god, I still have my health from...
Oh wait,
This is literally a continuation of the same thing, so...
Yeah.
Definitely save right here. Yeah, press on everything. Get him to talk about what I need him to talk about so I can talk about the other thing that needs to be talked about.
Talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how important this is, but what was the trial your father was involved in on that day?
I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney.
Okay, so that actually connects Von Karma a little bit more to the case as a whole.
Uh-huh. Mr. Von Karma? You were handling that case?
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence, right? I remember that now. In case we went to leave, an earthquake struck.
But was it really an earthquake?
Where was it on the Richter scale? So...
I need exact measurements now, Edgeworth.
So, there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator.
Yes. Yes. Myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first. But then as time passed, and no one came to help...
The next part of the testimony happened. Mr. lost the composure. What did you do then?
I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared. trembling in the corner. That's me in the corner! But then...
That's me in the spotlight, losing my dad.
Whoops.
This guy killed his dad, presumably. We're here cracking jokes. We're wonderful people. There's a special place in heaven for us.
Yep.
Something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? Which foot, specifically?
Feet. Could you show us those feet now?
Yeah.
A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yana Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster.
And you picked it up. What happened next?
Let's rewind to my testimony.
Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I imagine a 9-year-old knows what a gun is.
I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick. I panicked. Damn, boy.
So you're saying that the air was a gyat from Ohio. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi.
I'm gonna speak for that one guy in the comments. Respectfully, shut the fuck up. I'm kidding. It's all for comedy. I was in a daze. Slowly turning into Patrick Warburton.
You kinda are, yeah. I was in a baiter. A moment later, a single gunshot.
Moments later, I heard a single beer.
Have you been practicing? Because your Patrick Warburton's actually getting really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Because like him and like J.K. Just quick side tangent. Like him and like J.K. Simmons and just other people like that are voices that I really want to try because those are legends.
They are, Love those guys. Everything they touch is gold.
For real, especially J.K. Simmons.
The gun fired once?
Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream.
You see, the scream is highlighted in red. That's gotta come into play at some point. Who was the one who screamed? The scream. This terrible scream I remember to this day. Please hold it. To this day. That's not the important part.
Yeah, I would like a case involving a gunshot. Hold the scream. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live.
Okay, that can be arranged. There you go.
There you go, congrats, you forgot it.
There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts... Wait, what?
Huh?
Clearly contradicts the evidence?
So we were correct, it was the scream, but how
Yeah.
does it contradict?
But I don't know what it means. I better find out and quick. Let me go back to that part and just reread what he said again.
Was that the last thing of his testimony?
It was the last thing, yeah.
Oh, well, shit.
Let's see this again. Okay, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live.
Okay.
Okay. So... The only thing that I can think of is that he somehow remembers the scream, and yet not really anything else. Because it's memory and dreams. I don't know where this is going exactly.
And like, because... like, he remembers the scream, but, like, nothing associated to it, so I imagine it's just automatically tying it to this, like, pseudo-memory.
Mm-hmm. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. Or is he just saying that because it's the last thing, and it just means the testimony as a whole? Okay. Ugh, this is hard.
There's a bullet in the door.
There is. There is. There is. Why is there a bullet hole in the door?
Didn't it say in the case file that there were 2 shots?
Did it? Murder weapon was fired twice, dude. Thank you. Yes. Nice one. Nice catch. So then, single gunshot. Right.
Present the case file.
There you go. Music stopped, dude. Thank you. Nice eagle eye you got there. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot?
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. Not gonna make the joke because Edward was a fucking child.
So, let me think. That would imply that the second gunshot happened after he lost consciousness, and that's why he doesn't remember it. Yeah?
I see.
Nuh-uh. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. I have
You
your
are blind!
I stole your face. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. Oh. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? It's literally the only thing that's helped us in this fucking thing, so let me have this. That's all I have.
I was about to say, yes, I enjoy dragging out this file because everything y'all motherfuckers say contradicts something on here.
I don't accept this as evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. It was on page 2, right? Which page
yes.
contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Dishwong.
Victim data.
Dishwong. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. That's more than once. Excuse me. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? I'm going to assume that first shot, the bullet actually landed where we saw the bullet hole in the window
in the
there.
door.
The door or whatever. So, yeah. I'm going to assume this is where this is going.
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot?
Imagine if it was Von Karma doing all of this. But what if he's the murderer?
Yeah, now
I'm
hold
calling
on.
it- No, wait. I'm still holding on to Keonse being the murderer. Because she would have been like a little kid at the time of this, too. It was totally her.
She was clearly in the elevator.
Uh-huh. Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident.
No.
There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
Bitch, there is!
Ballistic markings. What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time.
Boy.
A boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired has something to do with the case? Yes, the picture.
Yes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
I think.
What? Impossible.
Now, Mr. Von Karma, shut the fuck up. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. It's gotta be either the bullet or the picture.
You're gonna say, I will.
After I say it.
Right after I do this. Yep, you got it.
Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident?
I'm gonna go with my gut and say this first, because it could either be the image of the bullet hole in the elevator door, or it could have something to do with the ballistic markings.
But that one was taken from his
that
father's
was
heart.
taken directly from the heart, which is why I'm gonna go with this one as my gut instinct. Okay, he said take that. Yes, good, yes,
Look
good.
at this photograph.
Every time I see Edgeworth's dead dad, it makes me laugh.
Whoops. This is a photo of the scene of the crime 15 years ago.
Well, we should take a shot every time someone says 15 years ago. We would not survive the day.
I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So, let me get this gay. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where?
Are you fucking blind? Even Phoenix is fed up with this shit. Your Honor, please get a clue. My friend Marco is dying. Jesus. Yeah. It's right here where there's absolutely nothing going on. It's right here, you dumb shit.
What is
My
this Dora the Explorer as? Can you spot where the other bullet went?
I'm the map. I'm the
boy.
As should be obvious, dumb, the contradiction is here. This is the dumbest fucking judge ever, I swear.
I still don't see it. Could you please come up to the witnesses, to the judge's stand and show it?
The only way that he's gonna see any clues in this picture is if there's a blue paw print on it.
Blue skidoo, how could you? I see. A bullet hole in the door. I don't see how this explains that there was a second shot.
Your Honor. Do I have to keep on calling you that because you have no honor? Gregory Edgeworth...
Start calling the judge by his first name at this point.
Your.
There you go.
Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet, there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, ergo, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Shh. Oh, 3 gavel smacks that time. Ooh, he means business.
He's getting serious.
Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
Not in a car, so... It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
Please let it be Von Karma. The murderer, of course. It's so Von Karma. It's so Von Karma.
It has.
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary, that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
Well...
Mm-hmm.
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? I am going to assume that this bullet was not actually taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. I'm going to... Because we actually caught Von Karma tampering with evidence and fucking around with evidence in the police court record room. We caught him doing that.
Yes, we did.
Who's to say that he didn't do the same thing 15 years ago?
That is very true.
Uh-huh. This son of a bitch is so dirty, and I want to see him burn. Because the second bullet does not exist. You made it the fuck up. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. See, it also says, right here, clear ballistic markings. Could we somehow pinpoint that to, like, the angle and the time? And I don't know. I don't know how this works, but I want to make it work. I'm just going to keep on saying things until I win.
I mean, it's also known as Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Mm-hmm. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door.
Another three gavels, Max.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're really getting some...
You gonna go on with that?
Nope, I lost my train of thought. Go on.
Alright, cool. Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly.
Mileage, that was the word I was thinking of. He's getting some mileage out of that gavel.
Some mileage Edgeworth.
Yeah, okay. It was right there and I couldn't think of it. Jesus.
That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Just fucking
Dude.
suck his dick already, yeah. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? No, you're right. Have I been wrong about this whole incident? Dude, you're right, I said that.
What are you doing, Nick?
Sweating, obviously!
Why aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won.
Is that facepalm audible?
Yes. I thought there was another person. Someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. You take a shot, glug, glug, glug.
Nick?
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
I would hope so.
Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes. I did.
Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
I was not expecting this game to get so heavy, my gosh.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right about now.
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother.
Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Indeed. We help people get jobs. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. This courtroom. I recognize these walls.
This desk.
It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
Nut up or shut up. Your Honor? Your Honor, I object. I'm not doing it again. I'm so sick of his tisking. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Roblox sound effect.
Nick?
I don't know. His case is perfect.
Oh no.
Is there a way that I can get Von Karma to take the witness stand? Oh, for a second I thought the fucking game crashed on me. Oh my god, that was so sudden.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. That would have been fucking 45 minutes of footage just down the drain. Thank god that didn't happen. Don't do that to me, game. God. It must exist. Oh, the second bullet. Ugh. What? What did you just say in my voice? I'm sorry.
That was supposed to be Mia, I guess. Well, I guess I'm not doing her voice again.
Nothing. Oh, sorry. Go on.
3 for 3, dude. Anyway.
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist. But where? Okay, now you can go ahead.
Someone took it.
I know who that someone is, methinks.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor.
Desk slamming whoever will.
That's what we've been doing, Mr. Wright. Are you not paying attention? The second bullet, it existed.
What? But we've just heard proof that it does not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer. He's objecting to everything because he's fucking guilty. The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. Dude, you murdered Gregory Edgeworth in cold blood because he was questioning your tactics. That's what's happening, isn't it?
So the criminal took the second bullet. But why?
Huh? I don't know. I didn't expect to get this far.
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright.
It was an elevator.
Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. Ah, what possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason for the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... the bullet would be proof, I think. Or maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof.
Proof?
It was a special bullet, so they took it with them.
It had special properties.
I really am just pulling this out of my ass at this point. If that was
the... I'm the judge now. That's my first one.
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. But didn't they? Isn't that what it says on the thing? Isn't that what it says on the thing?
But isn't this the thing you were trying to take? Just shaking the bag with the bullet in it right in front of his face.
You just tripped it up, dude. Huh? Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through?
Oh, really? That wasn't it.
What?
I refuse to accept that. I'm going back.
Fuck you, we're going back in time. Going back in time.
The murderer was cautious. I guess I'll do that.
Sure.
Well, the murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. Cautious sort. That is a mouthful. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from... Oh, for fuck's sake! Really? So then, where am I going after this? Alright,
is this scripted?
I hope not. This isn't going so well, so then where do I go from here? So let's try doing this one. Murderer didn't need it.
Okay.
Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Bah! The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Yeah.
Had to take it.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean?
You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing.
It shows.
Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take that bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer?
Jesus Christ.
And the music stopped. Huh?
The bullets hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? That's kind of a good point, but at the same time... What? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. Rob Schneider, derpy derp. We really are just sharing a brain cell today. I love it. You know? Everyone's silent. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this guy. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime?
Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that.
You're telling me.
The other two people rescued from that elevator. Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi were both unharmed. So that would mean...
The murderer came from outside, yes. We're finally getting to this point, my gosh.
That's why there was a bullet in the door.
Exactly.
What? Oh.
The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
This is getting juicy. Weird, but juicy.
Yes, and I am loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I have ever known.
But you have heard of me.
I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
Shut up. What are you saying? Deny it, deny it. He is dirty. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. That's exactly something that a murderer would say. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy? I love crazy.
I was thinking the same thing.
Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Oh, are we gonna have a flashback?
Yes.
Our boy!
Gregory Edgeworth took a blow to his perfect trial record. So we've been doing this for 2 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. You took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
I forgot about that. He was trying to go under... running away because he did it.
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Yes.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured?
Or, you know, that.
You know, I'm starting to think. For the countless times that we've said that Von Karma is the murderer, they just said the possibility of the murderer leaving with the bullet still inside of him.
Yeah.
If we're talking about crazy and going outside the box for this solution, we still have the fucking metal detector.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Which would mean...
It could only mean one thing.
he was the murderer in the DL6 incident.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Karma.
I fucking called it, man. I called it. Oh, man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well?
I'm actually more awake than I've ever been in my entire fucking life.
You cannot even think to close these eyes, Blake.
I'm so woke.
You have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I Yes!
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 Your Honor.
Yes!
There is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
Yo, my hands are shaking.
Knees weak. What?
Excuse me.